So I'm sitting here in my office and I'm kind of going over my action list, trying to get some things done, things that need to be taken care of here soon, and some that are little ways out. And I started to get a little overwhelmed. I don't want to use the word overwhelmed, but I was just thinking, how am I going to get this done? I don't know how this is going to happen. And I don't know about you, but I'm sure it's true for you. But I've had situations in my life where they just seemed impossible, overwhelming, no way out. It's over. There's no answer to this one. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever been in that position? And then I begin to think about how God did make a way out of the seemingly no way out situation and situations. It's happened multiple times in my life. And it got me thinking about the story of Jesus in the Bible, where he had been performing all these miracles, healings, people just being radically healed, and miracles happening, and the crowd began to grow. Crowd was so large at one time they're sitting on this hill, and there's 5,000 men there, and it's late in the day. 5,000 men, not counting women and children. Could have been 15, 20,000 people. And Jesus is telling the disciples, we got to feed these people. And the disciples are looking at each other like, what's he talking? Is he crazy? There's no Bakers, there's no Publix, there's no Hy-Vee, there's no Costco, there's no Sam's Club. We don't even have enough money if there was a Sam's Club around. And it's interesting, the Bible says in the midst of all this, Jesus already had a plan. Man, that's good to know. That's good to know that in your trouble, in your impossible situation, Jesus already has a plan for you. It didn't take him by surprise. It took us by surprise. It doesn't take him by surprise. And about that time, this little boy walks by with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish and offers it. And Andrew, it's interesting, Andrew makes this statement. Simon Peter's brother says, how is this going to do any good with so many people? In other words, how can this make an impact? And I kind of turned that around, because he's seen the miracles. He's seen the healings that Jesus has done. Maybe Andrew was saying, how far can this really go? How many people can this really feed? Maybe we don't give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he was actually exhibiting a little bit of faith, thinking, man, I've seen Jesus heal blinded eyes and unstop ears and heal the crippled. And what could he might do with this bread and fish? I don't know. That's just my take on it. I don't want to put him down. I want to think he had a little bit of faith because of what he had seen. And Jesus says, okay, they're all kind of freaking out, and the disciples, like, how are we going to feed these people? And Jesus says, sit them down orderly. In other words, Jesus said, calm down. Calm down. This is not impossible with me. That's what he's trying to portray. So they sit the people down in orderly fashion, and then Jesus blesses the bread and blesses the fish, and he tells the disciples, now go feed them. This little bit begins to multiply over and over and over and over again. I begin to think about that story and just think about my life and the impossible situations I have faced, and the impossible situations I know that are ahead of me. Maybe you're facing one right now. Maybe it's your health, your finance, your marriage, your children, some situation that seems impossible. Can I tell you, I want to encourage you today, Jesus already has a plan. He already has a way to meet you right where you are. And you may just have a little bit, like that little bit of bread and a little bit of fish. You might just have a little bit of faith. And Jesus is saying, just put your faith in me, and I'm going to bless this situation. And I'm going to show you what I can do. And I'm going to show you that I can take your little and I can do much. I can take your little and I can multiply it, and I can impact other people's lives. You can make a difference today. God can turn your situation around. The Bible says that those people that ate the fish and the bread, it says that they ate till they were full. That means that little bit, they didn't just get a little bit of bread and a little bit of fish. That little bit was multiplied to the extent that everyone ate till they were filled. And then there were 12 baskets left over. And Jesus says, don't let anything be wasted. Friend, don't let your faith be wasted. Don't let the opportunities that God's put in front of you, don't let them be wasted by doubt and fear, anxiety, unbelief. Man, know that the God of the universe, the God of all creation, He is available and ready for you to do exceedingly abundantly more than you could think, ask, or imagine. Your situation might seem like it's over. Put your marriage in His hands. Put your finances in His hands. A little bit of faith. You've tried everything you know to try. You're wore out. And I just truly hear God saying today to you, sit down, calm down, give me just a little bit of faith, and watch what I can do in your situation. I want to encourage you today that God hasn't forgotten about you, and your situation is not taking Him by surprise. Calm down. He already has a plan for you. And the Bible tells us that His plans are good. They're not to harm you, but they're to prosper you. They are to give you a hope and a future. It's not over. Put it in Jesus' hands today and watch what He can do.